Fly melodies.
Tori on the beat.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy D5TV here, man, bringing y'all another build video. But today we got a little something different. But before we even get into the video, man, I need y'all to subscribe to the channel, like the video, drop a comment, and just, you know, rock with me, man. Rock with me. We all know we got 3 subs till we hit 30, but we gotta keep grinding. We gotta keep blowing up. Y'all already know the drill, man. We gotta go crazy, man. We gotta go crazy. Yesterday's stream was lit, but the grind don't stop there, baby. All right, so let's get it, man. All right, so today we are making the Prime Chris Paul. All right, the Prime Chris Paul. All right, now obviously Prime Chris Paul, we could have made Chris Paul from the Hornets. We could have made Chris Paul from the Clippers, and I think that's the one that we're going to make. We're going to make Chris Paul, first ballot Hall of Famer, pure floor general point guard, one of the last pure floor general point guards in the NBA, one of the last ones left. And that is what we're going to do here, man. So we're going to make this Chris Paul build. All right, so obviously you guys see here on the screen, Chris Paul, 6 foot 175. Right now he's 30, playing for the Clippers as a two-way slashing playmaker. All right, but what we're going to do is we're going to try to make the build exactly like what it gives us right here. All right, so Chris Paul, you see here, 7 finishing badges, 7 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 12 defensive badges. He got some gold, he got Needle Threader Hall of Fame, he got some silver shooting badges, he's got Giant Slayer Hall of Fame, and he's got gold. He got gold and some silver and some bronze badges. All right, so Chris Paul, you obviously see here, a perennial all-star, man. First team All-NBA, second team All-NBA, third team All-NBA, first team All-Defense, second team All-Defense. This man has had a amazing career, man. He's had an amazing career, and when it's time for him to retire, when it's all said and done, he is going to go down as one of the all-time greats. All right, one of the all-time greats. So that's just the way it's going to be. All right, so you guys see here with Chris Paul, right now he's at 93 overall. All right, so he's got 92 driving layup, as you guys see here. Driving dunk isn't too good, 27. He's got a nice close shot, a nice midi, a nice 3, a nice low free throw right there. His playmaking and ball handle should be extremely high, man. I mean, he's definitely one of the best guards. Okay, so we're gonna make this build right now. So let's head on to the build creator, man. Let's head on to the build creator and let's get jiggy with this. All right, so let's get right with this Chris Paul build. Okay, so obviously we know Chris Paul, point guard, also known as the point god, man. All right, Chris Paul, right hand. You can go right or left. You know, all this doesn't really matter. All right, don't mind the face. You know, I didn't have the time to change to Chris Paul face scan. So remember, Chris Paul was 6 foot 175. So we're gonna drop this all the way to 175. Okay, so you guys already see the attributes are starting to change here on the side, and this Chris Paul build is actually gonna be pretty decent. All right, I don't know too much about Chris Paul's wingspan, so we're just gonna leave this as is. We're gonna leave the body shape as is. I'm just gonna give you guys the attributes. All right, so remember, Chris Paul had 7 finishing, 13 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 12 defensive badges. Okay, so we're gonna get our driving layup up here. All right, we're gonna get our driving layup. He only had a 25 driving dunk, but we want those 7 finishing badges. So we're gonna up this close shot until we get 7. We can only get 5, so let's see if we up our driving dunk. Remember, it's not going to be perfect, but we at least want the badge count to match up to Chris Paul. All right, so we're going to our mid-range now. So you see here, we're maxing out our mid-range. We're going to max out our 3 here, and we're going to max out our free throw a little bit just to get the 13. So you're going to sit here at 40. Okay, you're going to sit here right here at 40. So obviously you guys know, the mid-range and the 3-point is obviously too high to be Chris Paul. I mean, Chris Paul is not Steph Curry, but nonetheless, we need the 13 badges. So you guys can already see, you can use this build for park. You can easily use this build for park. All right, so next thing we want to do is we want to get our 15 playmaking badges. So let's go our pass accuracy up there. I would say set the pass accuracy at like 80. All right. Our ball handle, let's get this up to like an 84. And our speed with the ball, let's launch this up here, max this out. All right, so obviously you guys see here we're at 19, which isn't bad. So we can keep the 19, but we have to make sure that we get the 12 defensive badges, and we have to make sure that our physical attributes max or match up to what Chris Paul would be at that age. Everyone knows that Chris Paul was actually one of the fastest guards in the league in his prime. He was extremely fast. So we just gotta keep that in mind. So for our defensive badges, we gotta get 12 of these things. All right, y'all, we gotta get 12 of these things. So we're gonna max our perimeter defense. Chris Paul is an outstanding defender, one of the best steal artists of all time, man. Like his defense was, for a small guard, 6'1", 175, was amazing. Okay, was amazing. All right, so we're gonna give him a 95 speed. We're gonna get his acceleration up there. So obviously you guys see here we ran out of points. Okay, we ran out of points. So we got a couple places that we're gonna have to take these points from. All right, we got a couple places. So obviously we know playmaking. We got too much on the playmaking. All right, we got a little bit too much on the playmaking. So let's bring this down. All right, let's bring this down here, and we're gonna leave our pass accuracy at 80. We're gonna leave the speed with the ball right where it is. Okay, so we got to get our acceleration up there. The driving dunk, we might have to bring this down too, so we might not be able to settle for the 7. Okay, we might not be able to settle for the 7 because we got to get our physicals up there. So we're gonna leave the defensive as is. We're gonna bring down this driving dunk. You may have to just settle for 5. All right, which is perfectly fine for a Chris Paul build. Looks like we're gonna have to sacrifice in some other places. It looks like we're just gonna have to take a lot off of the finishing. All right, so we're gonna just take a lot off of the finishing. So we're just gonna have a driving layup. Okay, we're just gonna have the driving layup here. We're gonna get our acceleration up there. We're gonna get our stamina to like a 64. We want to at least get like a 66 on the vertical. All right, so you see we got some extra points here. You guys can really put these extra points anywhere. We actually have a lot more than the 15 defensive, but we have 3 more playmaking actually than what we actually wanted. Okay, but keep in mind, more playmaking isn't bad for Chris Paul. It's Chris Paul, man. It's Chris Paul. All right, so we just gotta keep that in mind. So you're looking here, we got the takeovers. Okay, now obviously if you plan on using this in park, I really wish that I was able to get playmaking takeover to really show that this is Chris Paul. This is the floor general that we all know and love, you know, Lob City and all that great stuff, one of the best all-time point guards. But that's okay. So right now we're gonna put on ankle breaking shots, and we're gonna put on spot up precision. Chris Paul does not miss shots, bro. He's probably one of the most underrated shot creators of his time. All right, of the current generation, really, to be honest. All right, so we're gonna go. Let's see what build we get, and we get a two-way threat. We get Chris Paul. Now, obviously, with the shades of part, you don't really get shades of because we're making a prime Chris Paul. All right, this is not Phoenix Suns Chris Paul, so we're gonna get a couple guys like John Stockton, Mike Conley. I wouldn't really consider Kemba Walker as a two-way threat, but nonetheless, we are here. So now I'm going to give you guys like a badge breakdown of what Chris Paul would have, man. Chris Paul, like, it's Chris Paul. So obviously unpluckable, handles for days, floor general. You guys obviously don't have to run these badges, but this is just what Chris Paul would have. Quick first step, needle threader. We saw that he had this Hall of Fame, so this would be a playmaking badge breakdown right here. I mean, Chris Paul was just one of the best. Difficult shots you gotta put on Chris Paul. Stop and pop you gotta put on Chris Paul, man. You can even go green machine. You could go dead eye. You could go deep threes, hot zone hunter. I mean, bro, it's Chris Paul, guys. It's Chris Paul. Defense. I mean, you can get clamps on this build. Chris Paul definitely should have clamps. But this is basically the Chris Paul build for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Unfortunately, we had 0 finishing badges for Chris Paul, but that is okay. But this is the Chris Paul build, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys drop that like, drop that comment, and subscribe to your boy. We got more NBA player build videos coming out for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Your boy D5 TV. Peace.